Welcome back to Open Source. I'm here with Kevin Kane. I'm actually really excited for this segment, although you're such a high-level thinker. I'm almost worried to know what you're going to say because you keep blowing my mind with all of your answers. But let's start for the audience because I think there's a lot of people who don't know what quantum computers are. Can you explain what is quantum computing?
Not with great detail, but I would start with, if I were talking to the audience, start with a Google search on quantum mechanics, right? And read the Wikipedia page on it, just get an idea. Okay, so it's leveraging properties in quantum mechanics. So the spooky actions and the really cool things that Einstein alluded to, things that are coming to define the world. We hit an era where classical physics were what dominated humanity, and now we're in the quantum era where our understanding of quantum mechanics and all of the properties around it are going to dominate physics and a lot of the world. And this is a reality that we just, I think, should be adults and confront without fear, because we have to face down things we don't understand rather than make up mysteries about them and hide. The truth is always great. And so we're advancing to a stage with it to convert some of those properties into computers, of which there are many designs.
Right. And a little translation for the audience, essentially a quantum computer is a supercomputer.
Leveraging quantum mechanics.
Yeah. Well, and anyone doesn't know what quantum mechanics is.
It's not magic. It's not mysterious stuff. It's not from another universe. It's not scary. What it really comes down to are two things. You have a large data set, and it will take some computers 10,000 years to find the needle in that haystack of data. That's the answer you want. Right? That's the cure for something. That's the magic key you need to do something for humanity beautiful. And the thing is, quantum computing speed up the ability to go through that data faster. So we can find those answers to work on technologies that lead to humans living to 150, or many of those really positive things. I want to talk about one short thing, if I could have on that. I think there's a lot of really unfortunate people who think that humanity has to pull back from progress, pull back from growing, pull back from expanding human population, pull back from progress. And my perspective is they are wrong on all fronts. We should continue to grow population. We should continue to advance. We need more geniuses. They come 1 in a million. So we need to continue to find them, to find these solutions. I think that humans can have our cake and pie and eat it too.
Right.
And technology is what's going to make it happen, especially quantum computing and advances in AI.
Yeah, look, I agree with you. I mean, I think people are a bit worried too. But I guess I'm curious about how is quantum computing impacting the cybersecurity space? Like, is quantum already pervasive, or is this more like for a future kind of scenario?
I would make it comparable to like a nuclear power plant. People can use it to extract enriched uranium and make a bomb, or we can use it to also alleviate poverty and to mitigate climate change in a pragmatic manner. So quantum computing are similar. It can be used to do many awesome things, like do optimizations that help bring nuclear fusion to the power grid and solve for data problems that we currently can't do to make that feasible. On the other hand, it can factor large integers really efficiently and break RSA. And that can be used to, the consequences of that will be possibly famine, millions of people dying a month because of a halting of global commerce. And so when scientists publish that I can break RSA, I think they're deeply irresponsible, because if they really did publish a solution like that, the consequence will probably be millions of deaths a month.
I mean, this is obviously very intense for a lot of people at home, but I mean, it's good that you're so honest, which I do appreciate. So I guess my question is, like, what's the timeline then? Is quantum coming in the next 2 to 5 years? Is it here already? Like, what's the deal?
I look at it sort of like this. The timeline is unknown, because it could be next month, it could be 6 months later. Looking at a linear development of quantum computing is wrong. That's not how you estimate when this threat will come. It can come from the software side, and it can come from the hardware side, and it can come from a combination. So right now in Japan, NVIDIA is working with a Japanese company, I think, or government, to build a hybrid. So in between classical and in between quantum, a bit of both. People are trying from all corners at every possible creative idea to move it forward. So we should look at, when you look at human history, right? And how
Sorry,
fast our innovation is
Kevin.
moving. Right now, it's double exponential. There's no
I understand.
stopping it.
I'm just going. Speaking of stopping, I apologize for cutting you off. We just have to go to break. I could talk to you for 10 hours. You're a genius. We got Kevin Kane here on Open Source.